everyone, welcome to this video tutorial where we will be looking at how to clear our computer browsing history. Now the reason for removing or clearing our computer history is to allow our device to perform at a better rate, as the visited websites would have allowed the loading to slow down, or there are some instances where you want to go to a particular website. However, the link that the computer saved would bring about an error. So this is as a result of some of the times the cache remember a particular link that was clicked before, and that's the specific link that it would return to for each search. Now, I currently have my Google Chrome browser, and in my Google Chrome browser I will use the ellipse tool, which is the three dots to my far right. So I select that and then I search for the option that says history. Once selected, I will receive a second history item and I will select that, which is at the top here. Once selected, we will receive the history as to the different sites that we visited, etc. Now, we would like to remove all of this information so that the next time we visit our Google Chrome browser, we will be moving faster based on our loading time, as well as we should not be getting any error message whenever we want to return to a particular site. So what we will go ahead and do is to select clear browsing history, and within this area we receive a second pop-up box, and we have a basic section which would indicate whether we want to clear browsing history and auto completion. So I selected that for mine. Cookies, that's a major one, as well as the cache. As you can see, it says cache images and files, which would indicate every single site that you visited, whether it was images that was there and that was downloaded. Those accumulated the space, and as a result it shows me how much space was taken up on my device. So I would ensure that that is selected. So for me, I selected all of these. In the advanced section there are other areas, so we still have our browsing history or download history. Some persons will be very overpopulated. Mine is at 0 because I clear my history very frequent to get the best out of my browser. Same for cookies, that was selected already. Cache, that's the very bulk of what takes up your storage space. Passwords and other sign-in, for those who have a lot of password and might not forget it on the next sign-in, you can deselect that, but I am aware of my password and login information, so I keep mine. Well, I'll just leave it off in this example. Autofill form, that can also be removed. Site settings, there is none for mine, so all of those I selected and made the checks. Another important thing, or time range. Let's say you haven't cleaned your device history for forever. So we would select from our drop down list and we will select a time. Last hour might have been 10 out of 100 things that you completed in the last hour. For mine, I always use the all time. So it removes every single unnecessary loading that was done on my computer, and then from there we select the clear data. Automatically, based on the amount of information, it will take a while for some of you. If it's not a lot, then it would complete that in a quick manner of time. Our second browser is our Explore Edge or Microsoft Edge, which is the newer version of Internet Explorer. Now in this area we would be on a certain page, so let me just click here. Yeah. The second browser that I'm using for the clear history or the clearing of cache is the Microsoft Edge, which is the upgraded version of Internet Explorer. Now I currently have that tab open. And in order to locate my history tab, I would use the ellipse, which is at the far right, and again it's the three dots. So once I select that, I look in the list to locate history. Once located, I receive another drop down list to my left, and I will select clear browsing data. Once selected, I receive the pop-up page as to what is it that I want to clear history for, what is it that I need to remove from my system to allow better loading time, as well as the removal of errors when it comes to going on particular pages. So again, my browsing history, that is ticked, download history ticked, the cookies and other site data, that is ticked. Most important, which also take up the bulk of our space, the cache images and files, ensure that that is ticked. For some persons, you might not easily remember your passwords for the different sites, so you could leave that unchecked, and it is up to you whether you want to remove your autofill form. So an example of this would be the Gmail login, which would have your email appearing in the list. So stuff like those, it would remove the name from the list and you will just get a sign in with the emails era there. Site permissions, so that is based on the different sites that you visit and the permission that comes with visiting those sites. So you can tick that or untick that, it is up to you as the user. Hosted app, again, that is an either instance. I selected my all data from previous version, so I tick that just to say previous version of my Microsoft Edge, those would be removed from there as well. Again, we pay close attention to our time range, as this indicates the duration for which we are removing our history. Mine is always selected for all time because based on the different sites that I would visit, every single site that you visit, it is accumulated within your browsing history, and that automates listing which is in a bulk order. So I select the all time. Again, it is up to you which of these selection you prefer to choose. So I select all time and then I will go ahead and select clear now. And that basically wraps up for my two browsers that I use on my system. And for others, I believe it would be the same technique. So you locate the ellipse icon on your browser and you search for history, and from there you would see the similar values that we were able to see within the listing. Thank you so very much for watching.